Welcome everybody to another motocross action tested video. This is our 2025 Husqvarna TC 125 two-stroke. Retailing for $8,299. I'll be riding this Husky 125 today, and we also have a new MXA test rider, Amari Arnold. He's been riding 85s on Husky for the last few years, and he's interested in 125s now, trying to figure out which bike he should buy. He's gonna spin this thing for a couple laps here at Glen Helen. In 2023, this bike was all new, and there's 3 electronic things on it: electric starting, electric power valve, and ECU, electronic fuel injection. So this KTM, Husqvarna, and Gas Group went all new on their two-strokes, and I like to say they took 1 step forward and 2 steps backwards. Unfortunately, it's been very difficult over the last 2 years to modify these bikes because they're locked with the ECUs. Also, you don't have that carburetor, so you're working with rev limiter, and you're also working with just tighter parameters for making mods and adjustments to these things. So whenever I'm recommending a 125 to somebody, I recommend the new ones for novice level riders, intermediates, beginners. They're actually a lot easier to ride off the crack of the throttle because of that fuel injection. You can basically not even use the clutch and just get on the throttle and be just fine. Where on a carbureted bike, you really have to work the power band a little bit more, clutch it a little bit more, a little bit harder to ride, but also so much more room for modifications and quite a bit more cost effective as well. So today wasn't so much about me testing the new bike. I was impressed with the mapping. The mapping is quite a bit better now on the 2025 model, but we really wanted to see what it would be like for a young rider, move from an 85 to a big bike. So we had Amari Arnold, our new mini bike test rider, now turning into a big bike test rider in this video, riding our Husky 125 today. Let's see what he thought about it.
All right, well, I'm 15 years old, I weigh 115 pounds, and I'm 5'4", but I think the bike fits me pretty good. I don't know, I feel like I'm a little small on it, but I like it. Honestly, it handles really good.
So he rides a 85 big wheel Husqvarna already, and now you jumped on the 125 today. This is one of 2 cool bikes you rode today.
Yeah.
What was your thought process coming onto this bike, and what did it feel like on the track? Did it meet your expectations? Was it different? What was it like?
It was really fun. It was definitely a big difference from the little bikes, but I really enjoyed it. It was really fun. It definitely wasn't as fast as a 112 Super Mini, but it still handled. I honestly think it would handle a lot better on a rough track just because of the big wheels and stuff. But it took the turns really nice. I don't really get squirrely on it, but it's still really fun.
You did hit the rev limiter a couple times. What was that like?
I thought I just needed to shift, but it's weird because as soon as you shift, it feels like you're already there, like you're already revved out almost, but it was still pretty good. It was fun.
Nice. So stock 125, you have to shift a lot on it, but yeah, good times here today. We had the track to ourselves at Glen Helen, so it was pretty smooth. we're having a lot of fun just ripping berms wide open. So today he got to ride Aiden Zing's Loretta Lynn's championship winning Super Mini, and that was the bike that he was comparing to this one. So we know that one is extremely fast. If you haven't seen that video yet, you need to check it out on our YouTube channel. But Amari, so you rode the Super Mini wide open, but then you jumped on this one. Just what was it like being able to stretch out your legs a little bit more and then adapt to not only the power, but also just the size of the bike?
It didn't take that long to get used to, but
you look pretty good on it.
yeah, thank you. But it was pretty good. I feel like the corners were a little easier on it though.
Yeah?
Like taking the ruts, yeah.
Yeah. Was it the power or just the size of the bike? Wheels?
I think it's the wheels.
Yep.
Yeah.
So we had a lot of deep berms today. It was easy to kind of get stuck in the berms. It was the bigger wheels, I guess, that helped you kind of get through those softer sections.
Yeah, definitely. Just stayed on top.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right, good times. So Amari's in a transition stage right now, trying to figure out after Loretta's, he wants to move to big bikes and he wants to try some 125s. I know you've been riding, I saw you riding a KX250 the other day.
Yeah.
So I guess what was it like riding the Cowie 250 4-stroke versus this Husky 125 2-stroke?
It was fun. The Cowie was definitely a whole lot faster. It was like a whole nother level. I was in like second and third gear the whole time at the track versus on this I'm like fourth and fifth really.
Yeah.
But no, the Cowie's really fun. The only thing is the 250s, they're a lot more heavy, so it's a little harder to control, but these you can whip around a little better. It's almost like riding a mini bike, but just bigger. Yeah, it was awesome.
That's cool.
Yeah.
So that's the big difference between 125, 250 4-stroke. For me, as his friend, I kind of want him to ride a 125 for a little bit longer. It helps you develop more momentum, it helps you carry more momentum in the corners, develop more skills with just, you have to shift nonstop. On a KX250, you can kind of get away with revving it out, but with a 2-stroke, you have to shift. So 125 2-strokes, where they fit in the market, is a great transition bike for guys like Amari moving from minis to big bikes, but they're also a ton of fun for guys like me to race here at the World 2-Stroke Championships. Ton of fun for amateur riders to race in the Schoolboy 1 and the 125 BC 2-stroke classes. So lots of cool things there. And then if you're a vet rider or a big bike rider and you feel like you're kind of stale at where you're at now on your 450 or 250 or even 350, buying a 125 and spending some time on it will teach you how to shift, and it'll teach you how to carry momentum. So these things are a ton of fun. But when it does come to racing one, if I was going to recommend him to go race Loretta's in the Schoolboy 1 class next year, it's hard to recommend these new generation 2-strokes just because of all the electronics that go into it. There's not a lot of modifications yet. I'm really excited now for the new mapping. Hopefully that'll work better with pipe and silencer and just different mods that we can make to this bike. So looking forward to spending more time on the Husky 125 this next year, and also comparing it to our KTM 150 we just picked up as well. So Amari, thanks for riding today.
Yeah, thank you.
Fun times.
Yeah.
If you guys haven't seen the Super Mini video, check out Aiden Zing's championship winning Loretta Lynn Super Mini. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.